Like I said before, in this video, we're going to be looking at your profile and your overview of the dashboard inside of Convertkit. So the first thing we want to do is go over here on the right-hand side to this little drop down. Let me just get my annotation on. So over here, we're going to be going to this section. So go ahead and click that and go to settings. Okay, so inside of settings, we're going to want our profile picture, and we'll also need to grab some other information. So it's pulled the profile picture here from Ashley's Gmail account, but obviously if you want to change it to just one of you so that your viewers know that it's just you, then obviously go ahead and do that. And then you need to just write in your name here so that that's all set up properly. Okay, they do ask you to do a two-factor authentication, but if you want to do that, you can. I don't actually use it at the moment, but obviously, you know, it is a good idea to enable two-factor security. It just makes your account much better and safe. So go ahead and save the changes and then come down to the email section. So in the email section, as you can see, this is emails that go through. You will have been sent an email from Convertkit just to confirm your email. So Ashley's gone ahead and confirmed that, which is awesome. And it's saying here that Ashley's Gmail account's a free addresses may negatively impact your delivery. Like I said before, if you do have a business address, you can add that in later, and then you can decide whether that's going to be the default or not. Don't worry about this at the moment. If you've got a work address, use that. If you're still using Gmail, that's perfectly fine for the time being. You'll have to just see how that all goes through. Okay, so mailing address, they do like you to have this in, so go ahead and pop that in to your account. I'll do that a bit later. Also set your time zone. So we are in the UK, so you need to just go through the time zone and do the time zone. Now this is super important because you do need to be on the right time zone for when you are sending emails out and scheduling. So you want it to be on your time zone when you send it out. GDPR settings, this is important. So I would make sure that this is visible. So this option will show a page to subscribers after they opt in, requesting them to provide consent for additional emails. This is to comply with data protection laws in the UK, as we all know. So it says here, show only to subscribers currently in the EU, UK and Switzerland, determined by their IP address. Or you can do show all subscribers. So it's entirely up to you. If you just want to do the UK, then that's fine. However, America has its own opt-in laws. You know, everywhere has its own ruling. So it wouldn't hurt to get permission from people to say, yeah, they're happy that they're subscribing to everything. So once you've done that, go ahead and click Save Changes. So going over to the domain settings next, what happens here is that I may revisit this a bit later with you, but you can actually connect a subdomain to Convertkit so that your landing pages are branded with your website URL. So what that basically means is that your own website, take mine for an example, is anitawong.co.uk. If you create a subdomain, it is a subdomain of Anita Wong. So Anita Wong is at the top, and then the subdomains are sitting underneath, and they are used a lot by third-party apps and tools. So for example, I have this done as challenges.anitawong.co.uk. Sometimes they'll recommend that you use pages.anitawong.co.uk. So you can decide if you feel that you would like to use a personalized branded custom domain, but I'm not going to go through this just yet. What you can do, however, is change this part of the link into your name. So here I've put Ashley_Cahill, and then it will be .ck.page. And what that will do is that whilst you haven't got a subdomain, it will allow you to have some type of branding. So once you've done that, don't forget to go ahead and click Save Settings. And then if I show you what I mean by that, when we go to landing pages, and we go to the one that I've already done for Ashley, over here, when we click publish, you see it's actually brought that URL. So I added Ashley's full name in here, and it's actually put that in front of the .ck.page URL instead of the default one that was in there before. Payouts as well is a different option inside of Convertkit. So this is revenue from products purchased. So this is if you're using their higher level account where you can actually get people to buy through. Referrals is an option that you can all use if you wish. So if you want to refer Convertkit to any of your own clients or your own network or your own memberships, you can do so by grabbing this referral link. And if you do that, what happens is that if somebody signs up through that referral link, you'll get an extra 100 subscribers to your account, which is always quite useful. So you can do that if you want to. That's not an affiliate link with Convertkit. This is just to show them that you're sharing it, and then as a reward for you sharing it, they give you some extras. In the advanced bit here, it says manage your privacy settings. So this is like the affiliate link for your free subscribers. You have an API key and you have a secret API key. These are super important if you are using Convertkit in any other form. So you may need to come to this if you are putting Convertkit onto your WordPress website or any other website. You'll pop that in and it will connect the two together. You can have advanced tracking if you wish as well. And once you've done that, don't forget to go ahead and click Save Changes if you have any. So that's the profile area where you'll get all of that information. So that's quite useful to know where that is. And remember, it's up here on the right, get to settings, and that's also where you can get help and you can log out from your account. Okay, so now we've gone over that. Don't forget that in the login details, you do need to put your street address. Now that could be a work, like a registered work address, because it is shown at the bottom of your email as part of the privacy and GDPR requirements. Okay, so let's go back to the center of the dashboard and I want to show you around the dashboard. So here you've got that chat again. Up here we have grow. So grow is where you grow your email list. So this is where your subscribers are housed, and this is also where you'll find your landing pages and your forms. So your subscribers obviously are the people who have signed up to your email marketing tool, and this is where you'll find your tags, where you can actually organize all of your subscribers into groups, and also your landing pages, because in order for people to join your list, they'll need to either sign up through a landing page or sign up through a form. So that's where these two are housed. In the send section, we have broadcast. That's the name of an email. So basically, if you're going to send an email out to your list, you're broadcasting a message. That's why Convertkit have called it a broadcast. Sequences are create multiple emails that are sent out in order. This is what we will be using as part of the nurture sequence after somebody has signed up for your lead magnet. So in other words, once you've put your landing page out there, someone subscribes, they get your lead magnet. And if you want them to go into a nurture sequence, that's how or where you would find that. That is a paid option. So you don't have to have that in at the moment if you don't want to. And I will show you a way around doing this quite easily. Email templates, this is where you can create your email template so that you could use the same template over and over again when you do a broadcast, so that your branding and everything looks the same if you want. And you can have supercharge your emails with reusable blocks of content. So if you have a particular snippet of information that you always want to have on an email, you can create a snippet and place that into the email going forward. Automate is another section. This is where we have our visual automation. So this is where you create your powerful automated funnels for your audience. So this is what I'm talking about with the sequences. You get this visual automation where you can actually see what's happening, which is why it's so cool. Rules. If you do have any automation rules, this is where you create them. In other words, like, do you want to send it straight away? Do you want to send it a couple of days later? And so on and so on. Integrations, connect your content with Convertkit by integrating it with your other accounts. So in other words, I have my Convertkit connected to my WordPress. I also have it connected to the Digital Lab Learning Zone. So you can interconnect it across all of your different areas. And you can have an RSS automatically generate emails or digests when RSS feeds update. So basically, an RSS feed is a feed that someone can opt into from your own website. So say like if you're following a blog or you're following a news update or an influencer's channel and they regularly post blog posts and things like that or emails, you can actually create an RSS feed, which we're not going to do during this course, but that is an option inside of here. And you can sell digital products and content subscriptions directly to your audience through Convertkit, and you can see the breakdown of payouts as well. So this is like the upper end option, although it's not saying that you have to pay anything for it. I'm sure when you get to a certain point through the flow, they will ask you to pay. Learn, of course, like all good softwares, they do have their own documentation, they do have their own community that you can join, and they have their Created to University, which is like other little, courses, a bit like the ones that I've made for Wave and Restream. So again, there is some learning resources there if you wish to go there. So that's an overview of the actual Convertkit area. So we've gone through in this video our profile, and I've also gone through what all of these navigation tags mean. In the next video, we're going to jump into subscribers, and we're going to look at how to set up your list.